just a quick thing. I'm not going to be editing this video, not really because I care about authenticity, although of course I do, more because this is going to be harder for me to make than any video I've ever made. Whew, already. So, I'm not going to put myself through editing it. Sorry. So, if you don't care about what's going on with me or where I've been, then you can go, because you're probably not going to enjoy this. Most of us won't enjoy it anyway. So, I've obviously been gone for a month. A month ago, maybe I will edit this, because 100% chance this is going to continue. Like, saying it makes it real. I hate saying it. Okay. A month ago, my little brother Johnny passed away in a car accident. So as you can imagine, it's been a little bit difficult to make videos. It's not something I've really been thinking about lately, obviously. Well, I guess I'll just start from the beginning. The last video you saw was here, before I left for London. We were planning on a 2-week trip, London, Scotland, and, well, London, Edinburgh, and then Rome. You know, the weirdest thing about it is Vincenzo's never been to Italy before. And the whole time we were planning this trip and we added Italy onto it, it was like, I just kept thinking to myself, this is how we're going to go to Italy? It just didn't feel right. Like, it just didn't feel like that was going to be his first time. And now it just, like, kills me that I was right. I arrived in London safely. I got in touch with my brothers for their birthday, and then I was in London for about 36 hours when I found out he passed away. November 2nd. So, sorry, I'm just like trying to think about how I want to talk about this. And I have notes, because this is obviously not going to work out with me not knowing what the heck I wanted to say. Anyway, we got a call and found out. And it was obviously really difficult because I was very far away from my family. We immediately changed my flight to go back, but, you know, there were still things I had to do. And it was so difficult for me because I still had to stay there for a couple of days. I pretty much canceled everything except for a couple of things. Excuse me, one thing. There was one thing I had to do that I couldn't cancel. And so once that was done, we were on a plane back. But I guess it was fairly easy for me to decide, okay, you know, even though I had 5 videos ready to go, to schedule, to share for the entire time that I was in London, because obviously I pre-recorded a bunch of stuff. It just didn't sit right with me, even though they were true to me and true to when I recorded them. I just couldn't keep publishing in this state, and I knew that this was clearly a sign that I needed to let go of working for a little bit. So I decided to take the time off, and I'm so grateful to everybody for how understanding you've been. I think I've only gotten like one message from somebody. Not that I think that this is a bad sign, but I think I only got one message from someone that was like, I really miss you. Can't wait for you to come back. But they were still so understanding of what was going on. Literally every single other DM, tweet, email, card in the mail. Some of my viewers have even called my husband because he was silly enough to leaving his phone number on the internet. No offense, but you've all been so wonderful for just letting me have this time. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at you that much. I keep looking for someone else. This is going to be a useless video. Let's just get that out there. This is what I want to say about my little brother in regards to why he's not here anymore. And I might talk about this more in the future, but for now, I think this is going to do it. Cars are fascinating things. They get us where we gotta go. Some of them take gas. Some of them just get charged. Some of them are advanced. Some of them are old. Some of them are big. Some of them are small. But all of them hold your life in their hands when you use them. And if you are not very careful, that can be for the worse and not for the better. And it may not get you from A to B if you're not paying attention and if you're distracted. So I know that we've all made really silly mistakes, maybe didn't drive the car that we were supposed to, the way we were supposed to, and responsibly. Bad enough you have your own life in your hands. Just imagine if something bad were to happen and you have others in your hands. My brother was, I don't want to say fortunate, because he's not fortunate in this situation, but I feel that he left us better off because absolutely no one else was involved or injured or gone as a result of this. But it can always happen. And I just want you to remember that you may not think it can happen to you, but I always used to think that. So please keep that in mind next time you have the privilege and the right to get behind the wheel of a car, that you need to be responsible when you are doing that. And one silly little mistake could be your fatal mistake that everyone else has to learn from because they still have to live on Earth. So that's all I want to say about that, because I know we've all made stupid mistakes like that, and Johnny is paying for it, has paid for it, and I just want you to remember that. It could be anybody. It could be you. It could be me. It could be somebody close to you. And man, seems like the worst end of the deal is when it's somebody close to you. In the same way that I've taken a month off and have been super grateful for that, I am also just chomping at the bit to come back in a lot of ways. Not because I want to immerse myself in work. I actually think I did a good job of separating myself from work, which has always been difficult for me. It's very easy for me to just get on the hamster wheel and keep cranking stuff out. And so I think because I took this time, I'm feeling better to be able to come back and do what I love to do. One of the reasons is that because I had thought about taking the rest of the year off, if I'm being completely honest. I just thought, you know what, this is a good time to focus on family. And I'm still doing that. There are a lot of things I am not doing the rest of the year. But there are people who mean a lot to me. My family is is a group of those people. But you're also a group of those people. And I actually feel much unlike myself when I'm not able to talk to you. So this kind of is an interesting way to bring up the fact that I think a lot of sociopathic tendencies have been discussed on the internet lately because of viral content. And I guess I felt the need to clarify that even though I want to show up for you and continue to make content for you and try to find some sort of normalcy in this new life without Johnny, I hope that you don't take it as a fakeness, or that it's not genuine and that I just have to do my job. Like, I don't just have to do my job. I could go do a million other things than make videos on the internet. I really could. I know that's an easy thing to just say, and I know I've built this up, and why walk away from it? But if I needed to, I absolutely could. I never feel that I'm pigeonholed into one thing. I always feel like I'm in control of my life, and I hope that you do too, because you do. And if this were not a good fit for me anymore, because I didn't feel like I could really be authentic with you, then I would go do something else. But I don't feel that way. And I actually feel less of myself when I'm away. And so I want to come back. I want to spend time with you, talk with you, keep doing what we do here. But I also feel like I've not done it 1,000,000% like I wish I would. And what made me realize that was Johnny. He and I were really similar. So the basic structure, my mom gave birth to 4 people, okay? Is me, I'm the oldest, my sister. And then I'm 10 years older than my brothers, Johnny and Jimmy. They're twins. And so Johnny being the firstborn boy and me being the firstborn girl, we just had so much in common. And he had a really, really tough couple of early years in his life. I mean, I guess I'm talking about middle school, high school, like that period of time that we all struggle with. Maybe it's just high school. But he was such a hard worker, and I always felt like we were so similar in that way. He and I were always talking about his career path and what he could be doing, and he was constantly up for a promotion at his job, and he was constantly trying to get another manager position, a bigger position, more money, more success, more motivation. He was always doing that. He worked hard. He worked so hard. And I actually kind of envied him because he never went to college, which was so smart because he didn't end up in any debt. Like, he just kept racking up money in the bank, and he didn't try to do something other people told him would be a great idea just because they said it was a great idea. He just worked. And he and I are so similar in that way. The way that we are different is a lot, but one thing he does better than me, or did better than me, was be 100% himself and have a lot of fun. Like, he had a lot of fun. And I think I very much myself. Like, I have no problems like letting somebody know when like something is not me, but I think I could be even more so myself than I've ever been. And I think I've been holding back, and I think I have a lot more to offer. And now that he's gone, I feel he was so proud of me. I went to his apartment. We were cleaning out his apartment, and my book that I signed for him was sitting just out. Like, they have boys, like 20-year-old boys are very minimalistic. They don't have a whole lot of things. They have like a dresser and like lots of shoes, tennis shoes, and like a bed. And my book was sitting on like his minimalist dresser. And I'm like, he was very proud of me. And I love this job so much, because if it wasn't for this job, I wouldn't have had him in that vlog where I had him follow me around because I had to do a radio station interview, and I went and spoke to another group of people, and he was with me because I wanted him to film it for me. I never imagined what that video could mean to me now, because he was with me. And I have just a little bit of footage that I can watch a lot. And I have some other videos too, but that one was just like, that video means a lot to me. And I just remember looking at how he was acting that day and how he was that day. And I just know he's so proud of me. So I have a lot of things to do so that I can keep making him proud. So, yeah. I owe him that. One of those things is he left with us, thank God, his twin brother, Jimmy. I just love Jimmy so much, and I couldn't feel more excited to help him at this time. So I'm doing everything in my power to help him figure out what he's going to do next. His entire life has been turned upside down. Like, his best friend's gone. His brother's gone. He can't go back to his job because that was the same job. They had the same job together. He can't go back to his apartment because they had the same apartment together. He's 23 years old, and it's just like this huge change. Huge. Emotionally, and just well-being, and confidence. It's a big change. So I know that Johnny would want me to continue to do what I do and love what I do and continue living my best life, and in part for him, but also to help Jimmy too, and my other siblings, and my parents. So I think my SD card's gonna run out because I didn't really do a lot of prep for this video, and I'm not gonna edit this, hopefully. So I guess that's it. I just wanted to update you on what's going on. I needed to put a video out because I don't know, it's like, this is where we are. This is where we talk to each other. So I'm like sad that this is going on my channel, and I hope I never have to make a video like this again, but it's also just how I talk to you, and I had to talk to you. And I hope that you will stick with me, because I want to continue to show up for you. And I guess that's my way of saying I'm back. And I'm just going to keep going. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how it's going to be. And I want you to help me through it. So, thank you to everybody that's been so supportive. Thank you to those of you who've called and texted and I haven't gotten back to you yet. I don't know if I will. I'm trying. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And to my amazing, amazing community here, I appreciate you more than you could ever imagine. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it, as always. Make sure you subscribe for good vibes. Kiss the ones you love. And continue to go after the life you want. Cheers.